Hi, today we'll continue working on this Sinclair ZX Spectrum 16K. The goal, as you may remember from previous video, I'll post the links somewhere here. The original idea was to expand it with 48K and to do the AV mode. The AV mode has been done in the last video, and apparently it's not working. My suspicion is that it's either this ULA, which is probably the worst case scenario, or the memory, or something else. So last time again we had a garbage on the screen, so I started measuring things around, and there is a coil right here, this one here, and this coil has two windings. One of them, let me just show you. So again, this is the coil right there near the DC jack. The coil right there. On the other side, there are two windings. So one of them is, let me show you. So this is one, this is the other one. So between this leg and this leg, there should be 0 ohms, so a short essentially. And then the other winding is here, so between this one and this one, there should be short, but there should be open line between the two windings. What I've noticed is that, first of all, when I measured minus 5 volts, I don't have minus 5 volts, which should be here, I believe, on the RAM chips. So I don't have minus 5 volt, I had something like minus 1.5 or something like this. And I thought that was a problem. So I started checking the power lines, and again, this coil here was showing a short. And from what I know, the common problem with the missing minus 5 volts and the short here is either the coil or this TR4 transistor, which is right here. So I removed it just to make sure that it's not the coil. So let me show you. So here's the, let me do it that way so that you can see both the meter and the board. So again, we are in continuity mode, as you can see, and the coil is right here. So between these two, there should be open line. This is one of the windings, or very low resistance. This is again coil, so this one as well. But there should be open line between these two or these two. Now, again, the transistor has been removed, but let me show you. I'll put it back in place and let me show you what happens. So that transistor is right here, and that's the position. So I'll push it as far as I can so that it makes contact with all three pins. Let me do it off camera. It's hard to actually. So the three legs, just like that. And where is it? Right here. So I'll put it back here, right there. So I push it fully in. I'll just make sure that it makes contact with this. I'll bend it slightly. So have a look right now. So the transistor is in, and if I check again, short, that's fine, but let's check now across. It's not touching, I think, one of the. Let me try it again. I don't want to solder it again because I would have to desolder it, obviously. Let me try like that. It's moving, so maybe what I'll do, try and keep it like that. So again, right here, you see this? This one's fine. Oh, not, it's not. So again, so clearly this has something to do with it. So let's now remove that again, and now I won't be able to remove it because I bent the legs, but let me, there. So it's gone. So let's try and measure this thing, this transistor. Let's focus here. Please focus here. It will be focusing on the meter. That's okay. Switch it to diode mode, and this I think is NPN. So center leg plus, or red one, and we should have voltage drop here, and we should have voltage drop here, and we have open line. So we have open line here, and we have a short right here. So that means we should have something like 0.7 voltage drop or something. And like that, we should have open line on both, as far as I know. And it's shorted, and there's open line here. So this one is bad, is faulty. Now, let me remove that for now. The problem with missing 5 volts or minus 5 volts is that quite often, if there's problem with minus 5 volts, these chips can go bad. So, and obviously I don't know that because the transistor isn't working. So what I did, by the way, there is also, so this is TR4, there's also TR5, which fails quite often as well, but let's leave it in place for the moment. I bought replacements, so this originally is what? ZTX650. I'm not sure if you will be able, probably not. You have to believe me. ZTX650. The replacement for that is ZTX651. So this is the same transistor. And TR5 is ZTX750, I believe. Let me check. ZTX, actually it's 213, but the replacement for it is ZTX751. So I just bought this just in case this is wrong. What I also did, unfortunately I thought I had these RAM chips, but I don't. So I bought this replacement, not sure why it's not focusing, replacement RAM, lower RAM, which is this from Lotharek. So if we install the transistor and it still doesn't work, I'll try to remove all this and replace it with this module, and then hopefully it'll work. Unfortunately, I still don't have spare ULA, and if ULA is faulty, then yeah, it's either game over or I'll have to source another ZX Spectrum. So what I'll do, I'll install that transistor, that replacement ZTX651 right here, and we'll measure the voltages again, and we'll see what happens. But before I solder it, let me just demonstrate this proper behavior of this transistor. Let me put it maybe right here. So again, this is the, I think, NPN. So positive probe on the middle leg, in the middle, and then in here 0.5 voltage drop should be fine. And again, oh, is this open line? No, why is this short? Okay, so let's try the other way around. Again, this is correct behavior as far as I know. 0.6. Oh, there, 0.6. Sorry, I must have touched the middle leg as well. And on the other way, so negative probe in the middle, it should be open line on both, and it is. So this is the correct behavior, which obviously the faulty one is faulty. So let me now go ahead and solder this in place. Okay, so I've placed it right here. Just make sure the orientation is correct, so the kind of bevel is on this side, or the rounded part. So just place it exactly as it's kind of shown on the motherboard there. So it's right there, and let's solder it in there. Oh, I should have turned on my fume extractor, but that's fine. So that's done. Looks okay to me. Now I'll cut off those excess legs. Just make sure you don't leave the remains of those legs on the motherboard because they will short. Let's clean it off quickly. That should be okay. Now let's do a quick check. So let's measure this. Let's measure the coil again. So again, continuity. So this should be okay, and it is. This should be, sorry, short, and it is, and this should be open line. It is, and it is. So let's try and connect the power. Okay, so let's connect the power. And first of all, let's see if we have -5 volts here. Sorry, let me. It will be hard to get everything in. Anyway, so -5 volts should be here, I believe. No, we don't. Still 0. Let's check this. This one is what? 8.59 volts. This should be 5 volts, I believe, and it is. So, let me. Okay, let's disconnect. Actually, let's have a quick look at the right here. So we should have 9 volts and 5 volts. So this one's fine. Okay, let's disconnect the power and let's measure the transistor again. Okay, so let's switch back to the. Maybe let's measure for shorts. So flip it over. Something is wrong, unfortunately. Where are we? Right here. So again, this is the coil. So it's beeping now. So let's have a look. That's fine. That's fine. And we have a short again. Okay. So my guess is that this is now bad again. Let's measure that thing in place. So sorry, we need to be in diode mode. So positive probe in the middle. 0.6, that's fine. What about here? 0. So we have a short here again. Actually, I didn't check if this is not in place, if this transistor is not in place, if we have a short here. That's interesting. Let's check TR5, which is right here. So it's right here. Let's have a look. So let's put the black probe in the middle. That's fine. This one's fine. Let's do the other way around. So red probe in the middle. There should be open line, but again, there's components on this board, so maybe if I desolder it, there's essentially there's components on the board, so it's quite possible that there is some voltage drop or there is some continuity. Anyway, what I'll do now, I'll desolder this, I'll desolder TR5, and I'll check for the shorts then. So let me do it right now. What I'll do, I'll try to desolder it without actually pulling out my desoldering gun because it's in the storage. So yeah, let's try and do it like that. So I'll heat up 2 legs and then third leg. I have a quite big tip, so it should be possible to remove it like that. Oop, it's getting hot, it's getting hot. Let me put some gloves, a glove on. Let's try it now. I should be able to remove it. I'll add some more solder to those legs, and then I should be able to remove it. If not, I'll pull out my desoldering gun. I will probably need it for the RAM chips anyway, because I'm pretty sure they are dead by now. Let's try it again. So the key here is to heat up one of the one leg at the edge or the outside and the inside at the same time so that they can be removed. So I think this one's out. Went back again. Okay, what do we have left? Still this side. Just like that. So this one's out. Hopefully I didn't pull any components or any pads. So let's remove that solder now. I should have definitely used or turned on fume extractor. So this is now removed. Let's clean it off and check for shorts. Done. The other side is clean. So let's check for shorts now, because I'm not sure if I did check that. So meter is in continuity mode. Let me flip it like that so that you can see everything. So again, beeping. So let's check this side. It's okay. This one is okay. Let's check the other way around. So there's no short there. No short, short. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do diode mode and measure this TR5. Is it here? Yeah. So TR5. Black in the middle. That's fine. That's fine. And the other way around. Open line. You see, it wasn't open line previously. Now it's still 0.56 or something, but again, it's in the it's in circuit. Now I'm just wondering what to do next, because clearly, let's check this one now. But I'm pretty sure this one is dead now. So on the new transistor, so positive in the middle, open line, and short. So that's definitely not what we want to see. So this is bad now. I'm not sure. Open line, short, yeah. So this is bad. This went bad. As soon as I turned on the power, wondering, is any of this shorted now? Let's check. Let me remove that glove. Actually, let's check for shorts on this. So I think this is ground. Let me show you them. So I think this side here is ground. So yeah, it is. So is there any short between the... Nope. No. So all the voltage, there is like slight... it's probably because this cap is charging. I don't know. Anyway, this is... there's no shorts between the power line, or maybe not between the power lines, between the ground and power line. Let's check between the power lines. So this one's fine, this one's fine, and this one's fine. I'm not sure what to do next. ULA. Let me try one more thing. Let's remove TR5. I'll remove TR5 and I'll put the new ones, and I'll remove ULA, and we'll see if it still causes issues, so if it will go bad. So let's do it now. So again, the same thing, so I'll just add some fresh solder and I'll try to remove it without using my heat gun. It's this one right here, so fresh solder. And let's try and grab it and remove it. It's almost there. Almost there. Done. So this one's gone. Let me just see. Yeah. Okay. So let's clean those pads or holes, whatever you want to call it. This one's stubborn. There. So removed. We'll clean it off. And I'll just put new ones. I won't record that. I'll just put new transistors in both places, and I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so both transistors are in place, and I measured those transistors before I put them in, and they were fine. So, I mean, they were measuring as they were supposed to measure. So let's check this again on the coil. No short, no short. Let's measure it the other way around. No short, no short, and obviously it's shorted on this. Sorry. Let's do it again. Short, short. That's fine. No short here, no short here. The other way around. No shorts. So yeah, let's measure this one, TR4 in place. So red probe, and obviously in diode mode. Red probe in the middle, so we should have 5.5 or something like that here. At the same, and the same thing on the other side. On this side we should have open line, hopefully on both. Yeah, we do. So as you can see, this one's working, this one's fine. On this one, again, this is now in, again, I measured the transistor, so it was working fine. On this one, it's in circuit, so I'm not sure what we'll see, but yeah, that works. And again, black probe in the middle, and the voltage drop of 0.5, 0.6, 0.7 should be fine. Now with the red probe, open line on this side, and won't be open line on this. It is open, well, 0.5. And again, it's in circuit, so yeah, anything can be there. But anyway, looks like it works. The important thing is to measure these transistors before you put them in circuit. And again, sorry for the noise. The construction site is still right across the street. As you can see, I removed the ULA this time. So let's connect the power again and see what we get. Okay, so I have my meter in voltage mode. Let's connect the power, and I'm kind of worried that those will still be bad. So let's measure. Let's see if we have all the voltages. So ground, 9 volts, 5 volts. I'm hearing strange noise. Probably can't hear it, but I don't like it. Anyway, let's measure the voltages here. So -5. That's great. As you can see, we have -5 now. 12 volts, 5 volts. We have all the voltages. Now, I disconnect the power. Let's measure those. Let's see if we still have a short. So fingers crossed, our coil, and we don't have a short. There, perfect. Now, the only question is what happens if I put ULA back in place. If I put ULA back in place and if it all goes bad again, then we have a problem, or the bigger problem than I initially thought. So let's put the ULA back in, and I think this is the correct orientation. I hope so, like that. So ULA is in place. Actually, I'm looking at it now and it's the wrong orientation, obviously. This is the notch. So I'll remove it and put it back again. Okay, so ULA is hopefully in correct position. So this is the notch. Again, sorry for the noise. I can't really do anything about it. So let's connect the power and hope for the best. Power's on. I still hear that strange noise. I don't know what that is. And I'm not talking about the construction site, obviously. So minus 5 volts. Yeah, that looks really good now. Minus 5 volts, 12 volts, 5 volts. Okay, that looks good. I'll disconnect the power. I'll power off my meter. Okay, so I have my video connected. Again, this is composite now. I have my retro thing. Everything's connected. So let me share the screen capture and let's connect the power and pray for the best. There you go. We have Sinclair Research. I think it works. I think it works. Okay, I'll disconnect the power again, and again I'll use this. Tester or the diagnostic thing that I've shown you in my previous video. So let's connect that. Let me share the screen again. Again, guys, I'm really sorry about the noise. I can't do anything. That's what it is, unfortunately. So, yeah, that looks perfect now. So we'll start testing the memory. It'll start blinking, doing different things because that lower part, that memory right here is actually screen memory. So it should detect that. Hopefully it will be fine. And if it is, I'm really surprised because with these kind of issues, these chips go bad. Perfect. So we have a working Spectrum. That's perfect. I'm very happy. I'll disconnect the power. I'll disconnect everything. There's still that kind of strange noise, like, I don't know. But anyway, I won't need this for now. Obviously, I will keep this because this will fail sooner or later. Sorry. Because this will sooner or later fail. So, I think this is now fixed. Let me just put it in the case and connect the keyboard because I don't know if the keyboard works. I'll be surprised if it does. But if not, then I'll have to order the I will have to order the membrane. So let me just, does it sit correct? It does, yeah. So let me just connect the keyboard now. Again, the connect keyboard is just these two right here and right here, these two kind of ribbon cables. So let me try to do it without breaking everything. Maybe like this. Okay, this one's in. this one is tricky. I think it's in. Okay, let me connect the video. Let me connect the power. Let's share the screen and we'll see what we have. Surprisingly, it does work. This one doesn't work. 6 does not work. 5 does not work. Okay, let me check the connections again, and I'll connect the cartridge, diagnostic cartridge. I'll be back. Okay, so I have everything connected with the board diagnostic cartridge, or board, or whatever you call it. Let's plug it in. I've also reseated these ribbon cables, so keyboard cables, so maybe that will help. Let's see. That's fine, we don't have upper arm, so let's press 1 and let's see. Let's do all the keys. Okay, so 4 and 5, 6 weren't working. Looks like everything works, so let's do the lower part, and yeah, everything works. I'm very happy. So let's check maybe color palette. Oh, I know what the problem is with the colors. Is this the problem? It's probably my retro thing. Oh, there. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, my retro thing was in the wrong mode. Perfect. That seems to work. So I'm very happy. It actually turned out. What happened there? I'm not able to remove my. Oh, there. So let me remove these ribbon cables again, because again I will be upgrading the memory. Just be very careful with these ribbon cables. They are not the greatest quality, let's just say. So again, what we did so far: the mod, which was very easy, and clearly, yeah, I should have replaced both from the beginning, because quite often they go bad. So this one was bad, this one seemed to be fine, it measured fine and all that. When I replaced this one, TR4, it went bad immediately, so I replaced both TR4 and TR5, and the machine is working. I'm very happy. I was worried about ULA, and this is, by the way, quite hot, so I'll place some heatsink here, and I'm very happy. The memory is good, and they go bad quite often, and they go bad quite often if there's no -5 volts on this first leg here, and that was the case. So this works. So I'll finish off this video, and next time we'll upgrade this thing with 48K of RAM, and that will be it. I think I won't be doing any more modifications. At some point I will probably change the caps, but for now I'll just focus on upgrading the RAM. And yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very happy I was able to fix it. I was worried about this. These are impossible to get, so I have to source another Sinclair Spectrum, but it works perfectly fine. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Please comment, please like and subscribe if you like my videos. And next time, I'm not sure what I'll do. I'll probably do the upgrade of this one, and then I have one video that may be of interest to some of you regarding the. It won't be a repair. It will be more about the history of console gaming in Eastern Europe. Anyway, that's all for today. Thank you.